Stefanik and freaking McKinnon need to see the field a lot more.
Oh, they got rid of Madden, and look where they're at now, huh? I guess that wasn't the problem.
The hitting instructors still have their job. That, to me, is the biggest question. Why do they still have their fucking job?
And all I want to say is...
It's the Todd Fox Post-Game Podcast with your host, Todd Fox.
Hey, welcome into another episode of the Todd Fox Post-Game Show here on the Halos in the Infield Network, where you can say whatever you want to say at any time as long as it doesn't go personal. We talk and say how it is, and that's what happened today. The Angels, your Angels of Anaheim, of Western Hemisphere, of China Republic, they won the series in Toronto. Go figure. They got a sweep, and again, I said it last night. I'll say it again. Up there in Toronto, a certain guy by the name of Pokemon Jeremy Reed did not make it up there, and we all know Paul Sorrento doesn't say shit. He doesn't say anything. We barely saw his fat ass give a high five to somebody. I think it was Trout walking off as they got the win in the sweep in Toronto. But very impressive was the pitching so far. I mean, you really can't knock the pitching in this series at all. 3 runs to a very capable hitting, very good lineup, balanced lineup up and down. That's really good. In their own house, they only score 3 runs. I mean, that's something the Angels did up in New York when they scored 1 run every night. But we let Toronto score 3 today and shut them out on back-to-back innings. Very impressive. Look, the pitching with our starter today, Davidson, wasn't the greatest. His line today was 4 innings, 1 run, 3 hits, 5 walks. So 5 walks. So if you said 1 run, 3 hits, you'd be like, hey, that's not bad. 1 run allowed. Not bad at all, but he gave up 5 walks, which drove his pitching count up, and then he got into a few jams, but luckily got out of it. Andrew Wantz came in relief, pitched a perfect 5th inning, gets a cleanup victory. Jaime Beera did not so bad either, 1 run on 3 hits in 2 innings. He's got a sparkling ERA of 2.58. Wantz has a 2.92 ERA. Chavez came in and surprisingly did not allow a run. He's got a 3.62 ERA. And then Reyes comes up trying to mop up or trying to get some innings in. He pitched an inning and gave up 2 hits or whatever. If you look at it today again, the Angels, though, again, suspect again. I mean, you could say, okay, Reed wasn't there. The Angels performed a little bit better, but they still managed to strike out 10 times. It's still a problem for me. You should not be striking out more than 6 times in a game as a total team. They've been averaging, if they strike out 10 times a game, it's actually a plus. So they got to put it in play a lot more as we focus on the end of the season, trying to wrap this up and have a better ending to the season. We hope that they can bring those strikeout numbers down, make more contact, put more balls in play. But for right now, they're still striking out a little too much. They left 14 guys on base today, which is a blessing and a curse, because that means they are getting guys on base. That means they are taking walks and things of that nature, but they're also stranding them too. So that's the negative. Velasquez, I would have given him the Nacho Night Award presented by Paul Sorrento, the worst hitting coach in all of baseball, but I am going to hold off on that. Even though he went 0 for 4 today, striking out twice, I'm not going to give it to him since he's had a good series. He's actually, his average today dipped down under 200 with the 0 for 4 performance, but the fact he got it over 200, I'm actually happy for him. Mike Ford doing a little bit more than I expected. He had 2 more hits today. He's bringing his average up to 179. Adele looked okay today until that play in left field where he had to get replaced. That was, I think, due to the lighting. I don't put that all on him, but a lot of people are going to put hate on him for misplaying that ball. That was a triple by Gurriel. Trout had 2 hits today, including a mammoth home run to center field, which was nice to see. Let's just get into the awards for tonight. The Angels got 8 runs, 13 hits. The win goes to Wantz. The loss goes to a should-have-been Angels. Stripling, he falls to 6-4. So let's get into the transitions because I think I fixed them. The Nacho Night Award first, though.
All right, folks, it's Nacho Night.
The Nacho Night award now goes to Whit Merrifield of the Toronto Blue Jays. He went 0 for 3 today, and you would say, 0 for 3 is not that bad, but he left 6 guys on base. Obviously, those 6 guys would have been the difference. They would have won the game 9-8. He stranded a lot of guys on. He came up with guys on base and screwed up many times. So he gets their nachos tonight from Paul Sorrento. It's always good when Paul Sorrento can give those nachos to a visiting or road team or the opponent instead of our Angels. Now let's get into the Stamos Award for excellence. John Stamos. John Stamos is the epitome of excellence.
Let me just say, have mercy.
That's like a long intro right there, but it'll work. John Stamos Award now goes to, drum roll please, it's going to go to Shohei Ohtani. Shohei Ohtani had 3 hits today, 2 runs scored, including a opposite field home run. Again, it is very sexy to see Shohei Ohtani go the other way because when he's hitting to left field and going deep, that means he's on it. He's squaring up the ball better. He's got better power. So Shohei Ohtani with a 2-run homer to left field, that was nice to see. He had 3 more hits again today, 2 RBIs. He's pushing. He is pushing for that ever so validated point of getting the back-to-back MVPs. A lot of people about a month ago said this was Judge's to win or lose. I think he's starting to lose it. Again, he's not crushing the home runs. If he doesn't pass Maris as far as total home runs, and you see Shohei Ohtani maybe reach 40 home runs and maybe reach about 14 wins, maybe even 15. If he cracks 15, dude, how in the world can you give it to Judge? I don't care if the Yankees are in first place. A guy like Shohei Ohtani, if he was on anywhere capable of hitting, if this team had any capable hitting, this team would be in the postseason right now. We have the postseason pitching right now. We just don't have any fucking hitting at this moment. And the hitting, when it does come through like it came through in this Toronto series, look at what we did. We got a sweep. The pitching has been pitching like it's been pitching all season. And all you have to do is score a few runs for this squad to win. And we've seen the team underperform time in and time out. So the fact that they were able to put it all together for a nice 3-game series was very, very cool to see. And we look forward to this going down the stretch. This Yankee series, we have a chance to play a little spoiler with them, and the Houston series not so much, but we could kind of stick it to them. Let's just try to, as an Angels team, to stick up and play good with these teams and have some pride going into next season, and hopefully we can replenish a few missing spots in the rotation with some big names, or at least guys that are very dependable going down the stretch, and then maybe shore up that bullpen with a new closer. And then who knows, the sky's the limit right now for next season. If we get that lineup healthy, we get that lineup together more, add depth, this team can be very dangerous next year. But, with everything that happened this year, again, what do you think was the problem? Reed and Sorrento are my problems, along with bad managing decisions by Madden, and then moving forward with Nevin. And then obviously it starts at the top with Artie. So there's a lot to get into. What are your thoughts on the sweep? So whatever your comments are, we're going to get to them. We're going to read them, and we're going to take phone calls once I catch up. You know the deal. You know how we do it here on Halos in the Infield. Lewis says, wow, we won and swept the Blue Jays. He's shocked in a happy way. Dosadilla says, hey, 2022 World Series champions, here we come. That's what I say about that. Josh says, and Randy was wrong once again this season. He's already calling out Randy right there. Squiddy Poo and Trout players of the series, baby. Extend them to max deals. No, Randy. No Squiddy Poo. Squiddy Poo, I would love to see gone. The Mountain Dew King says, yes, sir. Sweep right there, Dosadilla. Oh, Canada, you suck at baseball and hockey. Jacob Garrett says, how sweep it is. Watch us get swept by the Yankees, though. Grillmaster starts off positive and then goes directly to negative. Let's see. Ward, Loop, Tapera will be back for this series tomorrow. Yes, they will. I don't think we missed them all that much. Randy's again going with the honk stuff. He goes with, we're still in it, Todd. Nope. That's a clown comment. The unvaxxed country boys, Jacob says. We should just keep the roster the way it is and the coaching staff if they're going to play like this. If we sweep the Yankees, my head is going to explode, Dos Avdila says. And that's the thing, too. What is going to happen when they play the Yankees? Are they going to come back to scoring 1 to 2 runs a game and leaving the pitchers out there to hang themselves? Or will they play with a lot of gusto and actually, have some pride and play really good? Mountain Dew King is asking, are you hungover from last night, Randy? Juan's checking in with the brooms. He loves it. Leaf says, if Mike Messina was consistently consistent, the Blue Jays are consistently inconsistent. Exactly, Leaf. They've been up and down more than a roller coaster this year. The only reason we won, Jeremy Reed wasn't there. Grillmaster's already calling it. Sonia says, if I hear that horn because of you, Randy. Yeah, Randy pulls up that horn more than anything. He's talking about the hair of the dog. Randy got himself over that hangover. Juan says, now we know who's responsible for the lousy season of the Angels, the unvaccinated. Grillmaster says Ford about to have a better batting average than Stassi. He is, Grillmaster. I think you're right on that call. Oscar says, nice sweeping the Jays, and now we are going to get swept by the Yankees again. Thumbs down to Carlin right there. Ross the stripper, Grillmaster says, how dare you, Juan? Randy says. Let's see. I wonder who predicted this sweep. Honk, and that would be the one, the only Rally, Chris. Let's see. The Jays were pissed, but their broadcaster did give the Angels a lot of credit for their play. That's one thing to be proud about. Let's see. John Stamos is a significant other. Don't tell me the sound's out again. You guys better not be playing tricks on me here again, because let's see. Also, Sereno had to do this job this weekend because he does like the poutine, and they did not have nachos. There you go. They have that poutine up there. Yes, I figured that out, Grillmaster, because it would have been more people saying I can't hear you. Hey Todd, your hotline message above your head is wrong. It still mentions the old phone number. Need to fix that. Exactly. Let's see. Was Sereno in Toronto? Yes, he was. Jacob, he was there. Otani give him back-to-back MVPs. Let's see. Also, wow, Grillmaster is a snitch. What a punk. Randy. Let's see. Snitches get stitches. Let's see. Also, Yvette says it was fun while it lasted. Thank you. Let's see. Mayshore for doing what Reed can't do. Exactly. Reed can't do anything. Also, management is a problem. Trout being hurt so long is also a problem. That did hurt the Angels a lot this year. Again, Trout being out. I'm surprised to see him back. After seeing last year's season and seeing how he shut himself down, the staff kept saying, "Oh, he's going to be day to day. He'll be back next week," and they shut him down. I was expecting the same kind of deal, but hey, it is what it is. He's been playing good, a lot better than I thought. He seemed to have got his swing back. Yvette says Mayshore for pitching coach. John Stamos is Randy's boyfriend, and Andrew Velasquez is Randy's significant other. See, Grillman, I'm telling you, stop going after Randy. Let's see. Matt Badingo says, welcome back, Todd. Go Halos. Thank you, Matt. Yet I'm still straighter. See, there we go. Rally Chris says Yankees lost yesterday to Oakland, and they're losing again to Oakland 4-0, and the Yankees don't have a hit through 3 innings. Rally Chris is chiming in with that one. Let's see. Also, last year, the Angels were very competitive versus New York, especially at home, and it was at about the same time last year. We beat them at home. We will see Tyon Cole and Cole for the game 2 and 3. Yeah, I forget who's pitching game 1. Let's see. I'm going to skip that one. Ford sucks, Grillmaster. Let's see. Sonia says, hey, Randy, threesome with Stamos. LMAO. Let's see. Also, Leaf says athletics are super weird. Even when they suck, they've always been a spoiler. That's true. Martin Boylan says more games in Canada if the unvaccinated hitting coach is unable to travel. You know what? We should just say that there's a new rule. You have to be vaccinated to go to Anaheim Stadium just for the players. just so that we can keep Reed out of this team, because Juan sent up a video and it showed them doing batting practice, and there was a good majority of players out there doing batting practice. So if that's the case and they're taking batting practice and the team's actually doing better with batting practice, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So if it's working, leave it the fuck alone, and let's see what the Angels can do here going up against the Yankees, what I believe is an overrated pitching staff outside of Cole. The Angels are 3-0 without Reed. Now that he will be back against the Yankees series, watch us go on a losing streak, Matt Bedingo says. I agree. Rally Chris says, let's go Ohio, beat the Mariners, and especially that fucker Winker, so to knock them out of the postseason. And right now, the Mariners took a tough loss. So did Toronto. And the Baltimore Orioles have suddenly won 3 games in a row. They are only a game and a half back of both Seattle and Toronto. So, again, both teams are hanging by a thread on that last spot for the last 2 spots for the wild card. It's going to be very interesting, especially if Minnesota doesn't get back into it. And if Ohio starts dropping games, they're going to be in the mix. So it's going to be pretty crazy in that wild card in the American League. Halos by the Bay says, with this sweep, the Angels will win out this season, steal Seattle's wild card, and hello, 2022 World Series. No. I at least make subtitle insults. Randy goes all out. Well, you shouldn't do those those little insults, Grillmaster. That always gets you killed on here, and then you start complaining to me about it. Dosadilla says, shout out to Fletcher's defense. Really, right now, makes a difference. It does. His defense looked good. I have to admit, the most hated player by myself out there, Squiddy Poo, made a good play today, robbing Merrifield of that hit and then also making the tag. So that was pretty good. James checks in with Angels just about done with the impossible this weekend, or just about did the impossible this weekend in Toronto. They sure did. Let's see. Got his Squiddy Poo tea today, Martin Boylan. Sean says, we got a sweep. How about Al Michaels doing some Angels games next year? Sean wants. Well, Al Michaels could probably be there more reliable than Matty Vasgersian. What the hell happened to that guy? Leaf says, I would be all for that. Get Jeremy Reed the hell out. And you know what, Leaf? We'll send him to Seattle. Jim says, not to be a downer, we are still 14 games back in the wild card, 24 back in the division. Jim, you're being what we call a realist. And if you were calling AM 830 right now, I would have deleted you or blocked you from this page. But good for you and good for us. This is not AM 830. We're not at all a honk at all. You're excited, Phil. Oh, jeez, here we go. That's fucked up, Randy. That is fucked up. Yvette says, why'd you go and do that? Yvette says, let's ruin somebody's parade. Yes, I totally agree, Yvette. James says, go O's. Jim says, feeling like the Indian fans from the movie banging the drum in the outfield seats. Exactly. Ohio is for lovers, baby. Sean says, did Orioles sweep Houston in Houston? Yes, they did. Orioles are the only AL team I'm cheering for, Nicholas says. I would like to see them get into the postseason. A young, very feisty team. They're not scared. I love that about them. A lot of teams play in that East. They get intimidated by the Yankees, get intimidated by the Red Sox, Tampa Bay, Toronto, and or Tampa Bay would when they were a bad team. But their culture's changed, so you kind of got to respect them. You're not intimidated by the fans, but the team you are. But the Orioles, man, give them credit. They are doing a hell of a job over there. Let's see. Also, last year, our 2 wins we got versus the Yankees were against Junior Guerra, or with Junior Guerra, who got the win. Remember that guy from last year? Think about this. We didn't have him. We didn't have Trout about this time last year, too. Yeah, Junior Guerra was terrible last year, and we used him in all sorts of situations, whether it was relief, starting, closing even. Jacob says, yep, Fletcher being injured hurt this team. It did. When you look at where he was and how bad his swing was prior to his injury and to see where it is now, I mean, he's a totally different player. Damn, Todd, just low-key called. No, I did not. I just said that was a crazy-ass comment. Let's see. So we have more competitive team versus the Yankees this year at home. Rally Chris's Angels taking 2 out of 3 from the Mariners, or maybe a sweep here in Anaheim. Book it. So my Leaf, no playoffs for the Mariners. He so wants the Mariners out of it. Matt Badingo says, how is it every time that in front of the Angels for the worst, or the team that is in front of the Angels for the worst record are losing or lost, and the Angels won? Because for some reason we don't want to fall all the way off the side of the hill. We just want to fall a little bit off the hill. Chuchurama, whatever you say his name, says anything is possible. That deserves a... And then also, no thanks, reads off to Detroit. Even though this is all true that I said, we are getting swept, and the Toasters will be returning. Adosa Deal says, calling it here first, Mariners are not making the wild card spot. Oh, shit. Josh says, Kurt Suzuki's the GOAT. What? I don't know about that. Leaf says, oh, God, are Randy and Grillmaster going back and forth? Yes, they are. Kurt Suzuki is God. No, he's not. I'm rooting for the Grizzlies in the postseason. He's got that Fresno love. Yvette says, let's go O's. Yes, exactly. Orioles didn't sweep the Astros. The Astros just won just now 3-1, but the Orioles did take 2 out of 3. Oh, they came back. Okay. Thank you for the update. Louis Renifo is fugitive GOAT. Figurative GOAT, I think, if that's what you meant. He's been playing really good, Matt Badingo. I love the way he's been playing. Martin, let's see. Sean says underdog Orioles. My favorite Orioles player is probably 50-50 Eddie Murray and Cal Ripken, 2 Hall of Famers by far. Martin Boylan says Patrick O'Neill is the new Roger Lodge. Have you watched with the sound, or I have to watch with the sound off? He's terrible, and at one point we wanted to interview him on here. He's just terrible, and I don't know if you saw his Twitter, but he was getting attacked by some Angel fans as far as not being attacked as far as personally, but a lot of people were like, yeah, we don't favor this guy. We don't think he's that good. We hate how he asks for home runs all the time. And, man, that guy is soft as Charmin. He is as strong as butter because he was falling under the pressure. He was like, oh, I don't want to read these comments. For my sanity, I need to stay off of social media. Well, maybe you do. And then call a better game and be more subjective. Don't be like, oh, bloop and a blast when you're down 10 runs. Be what it is. Don't be showing a Mike Trout home run when you're losing by 10. You know what I mean? Like don't show his solo home run because it didn't fucking matter. Be a little bit more objective. I think as fans, Artie Moreno, our commentators for the most part, think we're children. Think that they need to baby us. Think that they can't tell us the negative in the world. Like when you're a child, you're 5 years old. You don't know there's wars in freaking other countries. You don't know that all this other stuff that's gone on. You don't know the bad things that are out there to harm you and kill you and take over your body like diseases because your parents try to shield you from that. And that's a really bad, maybe far out example. But when it comes to baseball, it feels like, our commentators are like, hey, the grass is always greener. You just have to color inside the lines, and that we're stupid and we don't see the real warts on this team. They don't want to call it out. And I think that's where the respect of our media, our local media, and the respect of the commentators is in an all-time low because we don't have anybody that goes out there and says, man, this team really – because I don't know if you've ever watched the White Sox on WGN when they used to be on WGN. Hawk Harrelson, a lot of those commentators for even the Cubs, like Hawk would be out there and be like, man, this guy's got to pitch better. He's giving up too many runs. Oh, man. There's another strikeout. And he'd be critical. He'd be critical of his own team. And I think we're not children to where we're going to be like, oh, my God, I got to change the channel because he's being real. No, we want to hear that as fans. You want to hear the fact that, okay, Tim Salmon wasn't at his best, at certain points in his career. You don't want to be like, oh, Tim Salmon was the greatest thing I've ever all time because it's not always like that. 70% of the game is failure. So it's good to be a little objective. You don't have to trash the players, but you have to be like, man, Velasquez can't get a hit right now. He's got to change up his approach. He's got to say this, and that. He's got to do this, and that. You don't need to say that he sucks per se to alienate the fan base, but be real. I think that's why pages like ours and others have gone up because you need to be real. You need to say what it is. I mean, we're not stupid. We're not little kids here. I think we can all have an adult conversation. And just because I say, okay, I don't like Squid doesn't mean I hate the ball club. It just means he's not my least favorite player on the team. Do I want him to succeed in the end? Yes. Do I believe he will? No. Do I believe a blind squirrel gets a nut? Yes. That's what he did 2 nights in a row with 2 home runs. But we all have our favorites. We all have guys that we wish that weren't on the team. That doesn't make us lesser of a fan. That just makes us a fan of the team and wanting what's best for them. Obviously, if you have dead weight, you want that dead weight gone so you can bring other players here to make the team better. But I think our commentators, Roger Lodge, Artie Moreno, don't want us to believe in that. They don't want us to have an objective opinion. They don't want us to be on social media and tell it how it is. Sorry, long-winded answer. Got into a little bit of a rant because that, to me, chaps my ass more than the losing at times, because at least we can be real and have an open conversation. I've always been one to have an open conversation with anybody who wants to talk Angels baseball. I've never shied away from any question, any kind of criticism coming my way in any way. And I think that's how it should be with our team's media and our announcers. Just call it how it is, man. I mean, we'd have a lot more respect from outside fans and for our media in general if we had that approach, but we just don't. And that goes down to leadership. What will Roger Lodge be saying right now about this sweep? Right now, I don't know if I could say a lot of the stuff he'd be saying right now. There'd be a lot of stains in the studio and all over my keyboard if I was actually doing what Roger Lodge would be doing right now. Matt Bedingo says, I'd rather see the Angels get a higher pick in next year's draft than a lower one. Exactly. A top 5 would be amazing. Also, I'm going to the Yankees game just to beat up their fans. A dose of Dilla. I like that. Matt Bedingo's like, calm down, Grillmaster. Rich says facts. Oscar says Angels owner should be Jacob from the Warriors. He has built the Warriors that we know today, and he has been trying to buy an MLB team for the last 20 years. Plus, he was an Angels fan. Well, you know what, Oscar? If that's the case, sign that man up. Let's give him the team right now. Let's push Artie out of the stadium completely, physically, because that guy's a winner. Like you said, he's got a plan. He found out that Oakland was not going to facilitate his franchise, and he said, screw it, we're going to Frisco. So the hard decisions need to be made. And a new owner, I don't think is going to come in here and move it. I think Anaheim can be really, again, it's made Artie into an even bigger billionaire. The Angels have, and I think the new owner can exploit that too. He can also be a real pillar in the public eye and the local area. So that's what we want too. We want, again, 3 things to come from a new owner: an owner who's a fan and has respect for the fans. Also, an owner that's willing to spend wisely. And then we want him to be a part of this community. And I think there's been a disconnect with Artie for a long time in this community. And I think that's a big reason why a lot of fans just don't like him, and the reason why he got booed mercilessly. Jack says, get some redemption since the Blue Jays were the start of us free falling. Exactly, we did get some. The one game that we have a chance versus the Yankees in game 1, Montas has yet to win a game as a Yankee starter. Yeah, he's kind of fallen off right there. Randy also says, I've been swayed to wanting him too. I'm not sure he'll have enough money. No. He is a billionaire, so we'll have to see how that works out. I'll have to see how much the price tag is too, because I don't think the Angels are going to go for just 2.5. I mean, they might go a little higher. I don't know. Warriors owner would be nice. He'll do what it takes to win. Exactly. And that's why, again, I'm not a Rams fan by any stretch of the imagination, but I do respect that Kroenke's willing to spend. He's a fan first. He wants to win, and he's proven it. You know, whether you say, which I say, he bought the championship, but he bought a championship with the Rams, and he got one with a freaking Avalanche. The Avalanche were nothing since 2002 until he took over that franchise, and look, they win a freaking Stanley Cup. It's amazing. James says Terry and Mark are critical on the radio when they need to be. I love it. I forgot about them, James. Good point. Mark Langston has my dual respect on that too, and Terry is frustrated at times too. Mateo, I don't see him leaving the Warriors at Oscar. Miss Hawk and Steve Stone together. There you go. Mr. Hawk, not Miss Hawk. This is definitely the highlight of the season for the Halos. Yes, I would believe that, Juan. Other than their 27-17 start. Welcome to America, soft as ever. Yes, Sean, agreed right there. No one wants to hear the real. Tell me just for me an example. Randy says, I keep it real more than anyone on the Angels social media. People hate my takes and what I say. They want to hear BS to make themselves feel good. Also, Jim says, memories, Enberg, Starr, Drysdale, Sparky Anderson, Joe Torre, those were objective announcers for us. They were. I just remember Starr. Enberg was before me. Drysdale was before me. Sparky Anderson, I heard a little bit on KCAL. Joe Torre was with the Yankees when I started following baseball. But Bob Starr was a realist. You're absolutely right. Oscar says, no, he can still sit on the Warriors and Angels if he's interested. And that'd be pretty dope. He could stay in California, have a team up north, and have a team down south. That's pretty good. Also says, is there trivia today? Not today. I think we scrapped that just to start over next season. We're going to start fresh because we didn't get, and I'll be honest with you, I did not get the load of merchandise I was supposed to get this year from a sponsor. And that merchandise was supposed to last through the year. We were supposed to have hats and jerseys, so we're shooting for that next year. I'll get it done. So we will have that all set up next year. We will have a trivia hat giveaway every Sunday, maybe twice a week, and we're going to have at least a jersey or shirt or something to give away once or twice a month too. So look for that next year. I'm sorry, I apologize. This year wasn't as fruitful as last year, but some things fell through that we didn't expect. So that was that. Martin says, also great interview with Victor Rojas. Thank you, Martin. Really appreciate that. Josh says, Todd, we know you secretly want to keep Squiddy Poo and Calhoun back. No, we don't, Josh. Atosa Dilla, Artie Moreno reps the name on the back, not the front. Exactly. Rally Chris says, pitching matchups for the Yankees series will be Suarez versus Taillon. Montas versus Suarez, Taillon versus Myers, and Cole versus Sandoval. Ooh, I don't like that Taillon versus Myers. You'd be Randy from South Park right there. Sean says, when people make huge millions, they should expect to get heat, and when they don't perform to expectations. Exactly. If you're going to be in the social media light, you have to be able to be ready to take whatever's coming to you. That's just how it is. People like to be internet warriors, and it is what it is. You were there at one point. If you were to get big, any one of you, you have to take the heat. That's all it comes down to. Let's see. Also, Joe Jacob was a vendor and went to Catella High School as well. It's a no-brainer. That's true, Sean. I did not know about that prior. He was a leprechaun. Not to mention the sweetheart of a deal on the lease through 2030. That's right. You don't have to move nowhere. Dosadilla says, what if 200-plus fans were to protest in front of the stadium with posters saying selling the team faster? Artie, would get the team sold faster. Well, I don't know. I mean, any kind of pressure would help. I don't see the fans doing that, unfortunately, but that would make a difference. There was a guy who was running for buying the Nats, but is out now, Kim. He has the money and loves baseball. That is one I would like to see in the running. Okay, Sonia, well, maybe we'll have to look into that guy too, Kim. Martin Boylan says, I want the dude from Jerome's Furniture to be the owner so we have some comfy seats. Imagine getting rid of all those green seats and at least having an entire section full of just, like when you go to the movie theaters, those recliners. I bet Artie gets $3 billion from this team. I agree. I really agree right there. It's got to be more. Way more pressure in New York than Oakland for Montas. That is true. Maybe some guys can cut it in Oakland because there's no expectations. I wish we could have brought Darren Sutton back. I wasn't too at the end. I wasn't too I liked Darren Sutton. He would talk a little bit too much, but he was good. He's better than O'Neill. Benigno says, so it looks like Stan Kroenke or Joe Lacob for owner of the Angels. If it's between those two, who would you have? I would go for Kroenke's winning here despite being, that team being in Colorado. Matt, that's a good question. I don't know. I wouldn't mind either one of them, but if I had to pick one, I would go for the Warriors owner because, he's only got one other team in the race, and Kroenke, that would give him 3. So he's got the means to fund all of them at the same time. But shit. But that would be hilarious, though. If he's supposedly L.A. with the Rams and he won a championship with Anaheim, that would kind of piss off Dodger fans. That'd be pretty funny. Let's see. 2004, the owner of the Pistons and Tampa Bay Lightning won titles just days apart. That's right. I forgot about that. It can happen. It can happen. Can I have a honk just for the sake of it? Why not? If the Angels get 69 wins, I'll say it's a nice season. Stupid. Matt Bedingo says, don't see that happening at Grillmaster. I don't either. Someone go into O'Neill's DMs and tell him he's such a bad broadcaster. Randy says, it's just been one of those seasons for us here. Two empty promises, life issues, guys quitting on us like Dipoto. So ready for the 2023 season. We need a cleansing. We need a cleansing. This should be a wake-up call for the Angels. Fire Reed, but that's not going to happen. I'm hoping it does, but if it's got to happen in the end of the season, it's going to happen in the end of the season, as long as it gets done. Mark Cuban would be cool, Yvette says. Gooby should call in again, Grillmaster says. I'm hoping so. Let's see, Dosadilla says, peace out, Todd Fox. You to GOAT. Thank you so much. Mountain Dew King saying hi. See, some people have been saying this team will sell for about $3 million. You mean $3 billion? I think it will go for $3 billion. It's going to be a good sell too, because again, this is a prime team right here. Below average Padres content says, does Ohtani get traded? I don't think so right now, because at first I was all in. I thought they were going to go for a Soto-like deal, but the way it looks like right now, and I think Randy had it hit on the nail. I think Fernando was even kind of going the same way. When we did a pod and Randy was saying it, he was like, you know what? I think this team is going to, if they sell Ohtani, it'd be stupid, because you're devaluing the product on the field. And I think if you use that as a selling point of not only Southern California, not only a big-ass field, not only the sweet deal that Randy said through 2030, not only of the merchandise, but you got Ohtani's international money. You got, he'll be hopefully re-signed. He's a two-way player, most exciting guy. Mike Trout, just add a few more players to this team, and your brand new sports car of a team could be in the postseason in a big, huge market of quote-unquote Los Angeles, Southern California. That should be enough to sell the team for top dollar. Now, if you say, okay, we got Mike Trout, but he's on the wrong side of 30, or at least, he's in his 30s now without anybody else, and you got a injury-prone Rendon and a pitching staff that's good but not great, it's a sell, yes, but you got more work to do. Where I think you can just plug in a few pieces, spend a little extra money, because you're already going to be spending about $3 billion for the team, and you could turn this team into a postseason contender right away. And you could also, be in good regard with your fans right away. You could buy your fans right away. Right away, they'd be like, Artie who? This new guy is awesome. You know what I mean? So there's a good way of doing it. So we're going to take a few phone calls. If you guys want to call in, let me just open up the line. Make sure it's open, because I don't think it's open right now. So give it a second. But the number to call in is 714-598-3221. Yeah, there it goes, ready to roll. So I'm actually getting some pretty good equipment done here today. No problems here. Mickey Hatcher for hitting coach. I think he's retired for sure, but I did like him when he was here, Sean. Yvette says Randy with coming out with a fax. Yes, he is. I'll give him this, man. He's predicted a lot of things right, but you kind of had a couple wrong ones there. And to his credit, he does come back and say, okay, I was wrong. But me and Randy go back and forth, and he likes to give me shit, so I appreciate that fucker. And he's been a huge help, since day one of this page, and like a lot of others who've come and gone, Randy's been there through thick and thin, so we really appreciate him. Even though he's an asshole at times, we still appreciate him. Let's see. Also, Sonia says this is why several people interested in the Nats are out now, because they traded Soto. Good point. Soto is a guy that they were thinking about signing for 14 years or 12 years or something like that, giving him a lifetime contract, Sonia, and he's gone. Again, it's not a sexy buy now. It's not as a sexy buy now because of the fact that you got a lot of young talent going to come through, yes, and it's going to be a fairly decent team, but you got no superstars, and you can't look at Steven Strasburg as far as a superstar anymore. So it is what it is. Let's see. James fixed your equipment. No, actually, I did some work to it, actually. So it actually paid off watching all those stupid ass tutorials. How about Eric Hinsky? No, I don't want to retread. No Terry Bradshaw. Let's see. Is that your cell phone number? Randy is loyal, a loyal dude. Go Randy. Yes, he is. Let's see. I've given Todd all his gray hairs. Now, see, Randy, if you had given me gray hairs, I'd have hair. And unfortunately, I choose not to grow my hair out because I get the Hogan style haircut, and I don't want the Hogan style haircut. Upside down fades are not my thing. That's why I bought a couple wigs against my daughter's opinion. EQ says, "Salute, bro. I've been busy. I'll see you soon, big dog." All right, EQ, and we'll definitely hang out and have some fun. That dude is pretty cool himself. Juan says Randy and his rum are Lucky Charms. There you go. Sonia says sexy. Bye. Hell no. We got shit right now. They'll get better. They'll get better. That's for damn sure. Again, the number to call in is 714-598-3221. Randy's a Hogan. Let's see. And then Grillmaster says James play the Ohtani home run. Matt Bedingo, what about bringing back what about bringing back Mike Butcher? No. I didn't like Butcher. Some of his I don't know. I mean, he didn't have that. He was okay, but again, I think what we have right now is not bad. So, but I know Wise is going to get another job somewhere else. There's no way the team is going to come in and freaking keep, or another manager is going to come in here and keep what we got on this staff. Yvette says, "How are the baby foxes doing?" Okay, update on my grandkids real quick. Olivia turned 3 months the other day. She's doing fantastic. She has my hair, though. She's just like my youngest daughter and her mother. They did not get hair till they were almost like a year old. It was the weirdest thing. I had that little twist knot in a little like tiny bit of hair, trying to make some sort of like something on their hair to make it look like she's a female. But no, she's doing excellent. She's super healthy, so we're good about that. And then my boy Micah, he got transferred out of NICU to a rehab facility. So they're working on his vocal cords because they were damaged. There were also his lungs are fully healed now. Because he did develop a tear in his lung and a collapsed lung when he was born. But he sounds great. He doesn't have that because he was breathing like that for the longest time. He was on tubes. He had cords. It was terrible. It was heartbreaking. But right now he's down to just the feeding cord going through the nose. But they're looking to remove that within a couple days because he's been drinking out of the bottle. So that kid has been through hell, and he's only just over a month. And kudos to him. He has the fight and the power. He wants to live, and he's doing excellent right now. He's up to 11.5 pounds. So right now they're saying he's healthy. He's just got to get rid of that tube, go through a little bit more rehab there, and he should be home with my daughter. So we're happy about that. So thanks for asking. I really appreciate that because it's been a tough couple months. Having back-to-back grandkids, I thought they were just going to be like easy as pie, no issues. Olivia was more like that, but it was hell with Micah. But he's starting to really turn it around. He got outside for the first time the other day. My daughter was able to stroll him around in a stroller, and he was as happy as can be. He was kicking his feet, so I spent a lot of time with him. So I'm very, very happy about that. So I really appreciate everyone asking about that. It's pretty cool. Martin Boylan says, can the real Patrick O'Neill ring in, please? I don't know if he will or not. Luke Voigt is pissed. Read the article about him and he's Artie's kind of player. Well, that's interesting. And also, Todd, my gift to you for hair, I'll buy you hair in a can. Spray it on. You'll have hair. Thank you. David says, Angels got to win again tomorrow night against the New York Yankees. That would be nice if they could. We'll see what happens. Damn, Olivia already moving out. She's getting big. She's too cute. Thank you, Randy. Appreciate that. Here's to Micah and Olivia seeing a sweep of Toronto. Yes, absolutely. Happy birthday to baby Olive. Thank you so much. Still waiting to give her the Patriots. No, you're not. No Patriots onesies. Josh says congrats on the new job. I really appreciate that too. The new job's been a blessing in disguise for sure. Randy says, poor baby boy. He's a miracle baby. He sure is. Sonia says, awesome news for the babies. Thank you so much. James says, keep fighting. Thank you, brother. I know the feeling. Matt Bedingo had it rough too, man, and he's been a warrior himself. That's for damn sure. Thank you so much for that, Matt Bedingo. As a Jets fans, you do what you can. I will personally come out and get you. He's threatening. Micah is a little Fletcher, Fox strong. Yes, he is. Thank you so much, Yvette. Also, wait, so when I asked Todd to join my lives, why does he always say he's getting his haircut? He's been lying to me. Yeah, that's it. Gotta go have fun and play nice, guys. All right, thank you, Sonia. All right, so I guess if we're not getting any phone calls in today, I guess we're gonna just jam. We'll just set it up for tomorrow night in the big Yankee series. If you're gonna go out to the Yankee series, have fun. Boo the freaking hell out of the Yankees, but I think I have a good feeling we're gonna be drowned out with all those Yankee fans in the stands. I'm going to try to get to one of the games. It just depends if my schedule switches up a little bit here. Because, again, it's been a rough month, man. I've got a court battle to do with my former employer, which we just started. He owes me close to damn near 10 grand. So, yeah, and then so I'm suing for penalties, mental anguish, all that crap. So, put that together with the kids. That's why I've been a little, missing in and out here. So I'm trying to get back to more daily post games. My schedule will be switching back to night shift, which is what I like anyway, and works for me. So I'll be able to broadcast the games or do whatever I got to do to help out the page in between. Thank you for everyone that's been also working behind the scenes. James, Fernando, Randy, Dominique, and Andrew, and a few others that have come on here and done their content while we've been out, or when I've been out. So I really appreciate that. Everyone's been doing their own shit, so I really appreciate that. Let's see. Ruben says the big A being back right there. I believe in the Angels. That's not a freaking what do you call it? Honkish comment. I do believe in them too to turn things around, but we'll see what happens. Sean says spoilers tomorrow. Congrats on the news. Thank you, Sean. And I'll be talking with you soon, man. It's just my head's not been in the game lately. You know what I mean? So I'm feeling a little bit better of late. Quinn says Angels take 2 out of 3 from those dirty goddamn stanks. Also, Matt Bedingo says I'll be there on the 16th of September. Maybe I'll see some of you out there. You know what, Matt Bedingo? That is the game I think Rally Chris was telling me about. That is the Mike Trout giveaway with the bobblehead and surfboard. If that's the case, I am going to really try to make that game. I didn't get a chance to hang out with you earlier in the season, and that was my bad, but I had a lot of shit going on. Still, I want to try to make it out for that game because the next day will be the tailgate anyway, and I don't want to wait till next year to hang out and say hi to you. So hopefully, Matt, I'm going to make that a priority to get out to you on that Friday, the 16th, to hang out with you, and if your family's there, meet them too, and have a beer or something, right? And enjoy a game. Martin Boylan says, get that money owed, Todd. We know a guy. You know what, Martin? If you would have told me that a couple weeks ago, I would have went that route. But yeah. See, I fucking need you back in the night shift, dude. It's been hell without you. Yeah, me and Randy would correspond a lot on the night shift, but I've been on swing, and I haven't been able to talk to him. Sometimes I'll get a message at like 3 a.m, but I'm already knocked out, because I get home. Sean says, I will call you. Yeah, hit me up tomorrow, Sean, for sure, and we'll catch up, dude. I feel bad because a couple people like Sean have been hitting me up and wanting to talk, and just, when you're in a bad mood and you got a lot of things going on, it's hard to want to talk about things. You feel a little depressed. I ain't going to lie. And, depression kind of runs in my family. I've never been diagnosed with it, but I had those feelings of just feeling worthless or just feeling just down, beat down, and like no light at the end of the tunnel. So I guess right now I'm just feeling a little bit better. Things are turning a bit. So, I'm trying to keep a good, upbeat, look on things. So, with that being said, the Angels helping with a sweep, it makes me feel a little bit better too, because I don't have to come on here and yell. Abraham says, what time you hopping off today? I'm probably going to jump off right now, Abraham, because we've already been on about an hour or so. James says I might go on the 16th. Well, if you do, James, let's meet up with us and let's have a drink too, man, because I miss James too. One quick shout out to James too. He's been, his pregame show, he's been with us since day one. He's been a big part of this page. He's been working his fucking ass off. James said, if you haven't seen him on the page, it's not because he doesn't want to do it. It's not because he's fallen off, and he's literally been busy as hell, dude. So give James a bit of credit. He'll be back here soon.
Hey,
you're on the Halo Hotline.
Hey, Todd.
What's up, my man?
I just wanted to call in real quick. I just hopped off work, and I just wanted to catch you in for the last couple minutes of the podcast. But I just wanted to say, today, what I saw today this whole week, basically from the Angels, was that this team can hit. This team has potential to do really good next year, and pitching as well. Like, yeah, we gave up 3 runs. There goes the shutout sweep, but it's fine. We only gave up 3 runs. All our bullpen, our starter looks solid today. Our offense looks really good this whole week. And it's like, it goes to show, these guys, something woke up in them going into Toronto. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was Jimmy Reed. Well, obviously, us Angels fans know it's Jimmy Reed. But besides that, they went in attack mode. They said, we played this team a couple months ago. They're the reason we dropped down so many spots. We have to show these fans that we have the power. We have the ability to play small ball. We're a team that next year, with the right coaching, the right timing, will be the best team in probably not in our division. Hopefully, because we know those asterisks are going to be probably the top for a couple of years, but they want to show that they can compete. They're going to be a competitive team next year.
I agree. It's not going to take too much to fix this team with an extension with Ohtani. That's going to have to start there first, but because I don't want that hanging over their head all season. So it's imperative that if they're going to get the extension done, they got to do it in the offseason and then adjust to their free agency and hopefully already sells the team. But I get you, and I want to see competitive baseball. I mean, I'm just as hungry as any other Angels fan out there. We want to see competitive baseball. We want this team to win, and just right now it's not happening. But they gave you a glimpse, like you said, in the series against Toronto, against a playoff caliber team. You played your best baseball you've played pretty much all season. So I like what I saw with a team of Aguilars and Fords and Velasquez's and Suzuki's. They got the job done. Knock them all you want. They got the job done.
Yeah, and then, as much as we want to bash on Squid for being probably the worst hitter, he came out and showed us, maybe I did have I'm not the best hitter, but if it comes to it, we played a playoff caliber team. I can come up and come clutch. He's pushing his batting average up, and as much as I hate the guy, I respect him for trying to push his batting average over 200 right now. And also, I also want to add, I remember watching Randy do a pregame show, and he was saying if Ohtani is willing to be the team guy right now, he'll make an exception on his payroll next year, on his contract season, to help Perry sign guys, get the team players that he needs to help Ohtani and Trout and the rest get into the postseason. Yeah.
I mean, if he were to give us not a sweetheart deal, but like a discount, that would help the Angels a lot. I mean, that would show that he's not freaking, selfish, that he's a team player, that he wants to win. And that would, if he did what Jared Weaver did a few years ago, that would help this team so much. So let's hope that he's that type of guy, that he wants to win, and he knows that by taking a huge chunk out of the payroll is not going to help the team win. But being a little, because either way, he's going to get paid internationally, whatever sponsorships, he's going to get paid. So I think that's where the ego comes involved. When you got players like Russell Wilson, who just wants to be paid the highest and just wants that, he doesn't care about the team, then yeah, you'll see what will happen in Denver, what happened in Seattle. You don't want that here. You just want him to get paid good, but you don't want him to suck the life out of the team either. So it'll be an interesting offseason. It's just going to be interesting. But, hey, they're playing good down the stretch right now. Let's keep it going. Let's finish out August strong. And hopefully September we could really play some spoiler games.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. I hope this team realize, we beat the team that started all this losing streak that brought us down to where we're at now. Let's take all that energy, all that hatred that we have, and let's use it against the Yankees, the next team. And then come September, the Mariners when the Mariners, we play them again, let's ruin their season like we did last year.
Yeah, because think about what we did to Toronto today. If they let's just say Toronto swept us right now, they'd be +4 in the wild card right now, at least +4 in the wild card, and they would have a 3-game lead over Seattle. No, they're only a game and a half up on Baltimore, and they're tied with freaking Seattle. So that hurt them. And we want to continue to do that. And I'm not going to say – let's just say the Angels sweep the Yankees. The Rays are only 8 games out of the first place, and the Rays were at one point 17 games back. So what if – let's just say you get within 5 games by the end of the month. It's doable. You got games with the Yankees straight up.
Yeah, and it's it all comes down to – as much as the Angels want to be the laughing stock for baseball right now because they started so high and end it, but we got our respect last year. I was watching the Mariners and Indians game last night. They were mentioning how they came really close to making the playoffs, and then the last week of the actual regular season, they came up and played the Angels, and it got ruined by them. And we might not get our name that we wanted this year, not getting Ohtani and Trout in the playoffs, but we will get our respect from ruining those chances of the Mariners and other teams who are just inching any closer game that they can get.
Exactly. And maybe when the Mariners walk off towards their dugout, we could flip off Winker in a winning fashion instead of a losing. So we'll see.
Yeah. And if we ruin the Mariners season, I say, and then we do it at their house again, I say we do the little dance that they do on the pitching mound that they do out here at the station.
Dude, that would be classic. I would be like, you know what? I don't want Nevin back, but I kind of want him back just for that shit. He might get a vote for me. I don't know.
Yeah.
But all right, Abraham,
well,
thanks for calling in as always, my man.
Of course, yeah. Take care.
All right, bro. Later. All right, that's Abraham on the Halo Honk line. Also, Quinn says, been working at Swing for almost 10 years. It's horrible, bro. I feel you. Yeah, it's a weird feeling with your day, dude. Oh, another phone call real quick. It's the Halo Honk line.
Yeah, clean up in Toronto. Someone got sweat.
I like what you did right there. Hello?
Yeah, you can suck that, Toronto Blue Jays. You're next, Yankees.
Oh, man, I'm telling you, again, it's not going to erase what happened this season. But if you're able to take 2 out of 3 against New York or somehow sweep the New York Yankees, whatever you do against Houston's gravy. But if you start beating these teams and sticking it to them, you'll get my respect and other fans' respect because, they could easily just lay down and die for all these teams. And I get it. It's only 3 games against Toronto. But if we're able to push forward with this, it's going to be pretty cool because, again, it's going to show that this team has heart. And is despite all that they went through, despite their stupid-ass coaching, they don't want to, they have pride. And I think that's all we've ever asked from this team is don't go out there, lose 7-1, don't look like you can't score all the time, try, things like that. And if they're able to do that down the stretch, it's going to be pretty nice because, and again, we could not forget about what happened during the season, but just, make us feel a little bit better before this thing ends.
Correct, but I just hope watch we get a momentum and watch Artie goes, oh, I think this team could turn it around. Oh, you know what? Psych, I'm not selling the team. I'm staying.
Mm-hmm. I feel you. I feel you, man. But we'll see. We'll see where it goes. And hopefully this season is not as bad as we thought as we close down. the season and the year. We'll have to see how many of these guys want to play next year for us, because again, right now they are literally playing for their next season's job and auditions for other teams. So we'll see. And by the way, do me one favor, Rally Chris. Hello?
Yeah.
If I want you to troll the hell out of that Seattle kid if we knock him out again.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna troll him. I'll be like, "Hey, Seattle kid, are you guys in the playoff? Oh wait, I just forgot. That's 21 years. Sorry. I don't even know if you're aboard yet. You see the playoffs. Oh wait a minute, no you're not."
Yeah, and then spam the shit out of his dad, because you know his dad gives him all that stuff to say. So.
I'll be like, "You don't even have a ring yet. Oh wait, the Eagles do."
Yeah, there you go. All right, Rally Chris. Well, we'll talk to you tomorrow, and hopefully your Yankees prediction goes good. It's 2 out of 3, right?
Yeah, I just hope so, because I have this coworker at work, and he's a Yankee fan, so I just hope he do, because I don't want to hear it from my work and everything.
Exactly. Like I said, dude, get yourself a horn, and whenever he goes, the Yankees have 20. What? The Yankees have 20. The Yankees have what? Fuck that guy.
I'll be like, I have a honk for you. Honk, honk. Yeah. 27 rings. Yeah, you mean like half of them are probably like steroids? Honk, honk.
Well, half of them happened in what, the 50s and 60s and 70s when most of us weren't alive. So yeah, shut up. Whatever. It's easier when you had a league that wasn't full of this many teams too, and wild cards. So different time, man. Different time. All right, brother. You have a good rest of your weekend, man.
All right, go Angels.
Go
Angels.
Angels. Exactly. All right, that's Rally Chris right there. Let's see, James. Yeah, I just want to finish my thought real quick. James has been a hardworking dude. He's been working a lot of overtime, a lot of swing shift, a lot of double shifts. So hats off to him. Hopefully next season he'll be back in the fold full time. But I give him no shit for being and doing and having to work, dude. So. Let's see. Also, bases loading. My boy VT says, I love motherfucking Todd Fox. Well, I love you too. VT's been a hell of a commentator. He's been calling a lot of shit right down the middle, doing a good job with that on his page. So if you haven't given him a follow already, go for it. Bases loading, at bases loading right there. The weekend in Canada reminded me of the winning isn't just for the Birds, but also the Angels too. Oh, geez. Let's see. No Reed in 2023 equal postseason. Quinn agrees with that. Also, we had a team of Fords. Let's get a team of Hondas next. Oh, geez. Same here. Let's see. Cam Swaggy says now just 25 more wins in a row. That's coming from YouTube right there. Also, just double his salary to $16 million in show of good faith and have an extension kick in 2024. Remember that live. And that's true. He could go that route, like he's still under contract. So maybe you can sweeten the deal. That's a smart move right there. See, Randy knows what he's talking about. How does Todd feel about Geno Smith starting week 1? 0-1, baby. 0-1. Just sad that it's going to be against that little turd ball, Russell Wilson. Again, I love what he did in Seattle. But the fact that he turned his back on us and said the shit that he said recently, I lost a lot of respect for him. He is definitely Sierra's bitch. Hold on a second. It's the Halo Honk line.
It's the Grill Master.
Grill Master on the phone. What's going on, man?
Not much. Boy, it's been a while since I've called into the show.
Yes, it has.
I am honestly surprised that we got 3 wins there. Like, I looked at the matchups, and I'm thinking, oh, we're going to get killed in this series. But somehow, I think, and I'll say it once, I'll say it again. The only reason we won anything in this series is because Jeremy Reed is not in the dugout. It's that simple.
That's the feeling. I mean,
and yet Paul. You know what happened? I think Jeremy Reed said, nah, I don't want to go, and he gave Sereno his Pokemon Go, and Sereno was the nacho guy we refer to him as, was doing all the Pokemon playing.
Yeah, and he wasn't finding anything. I think that's why Reed's going to be pissed when he gets back. He's like, you didn't even try to chase down anything. He's like, well, I don't move off the bench anyway. You expect me to chase a figurative imagination character of yours? He's not willing to do that. So Sereno is as lazy as fuck. I think the players went up there with their own kind of like mentality, and it showed. I mean, you saw different at-bats from players I haven't seen all year, like where they've actually had smart at-bats. Yes, some of them were still striking out, like they had 10 strikeouts today, but they just seemed like they were looking a little bit more confident in the box. I thought I was the only one that saw that.
And even Velasquez, who we always clown on, I'm surprised he's like. I think you already have my comment about he's already got a better average than Stassi, but yes, I bet even Kurt at some point is going to get a better average than Stassi.
Yeah, he's moving on up himself. He's actually been playing good the last 3 starts I've seen him in. So, yeah, I mean, if they come down the stretch a little bit, hitting a little bit harder, showing a little bit more life, yeah, I mean, it's something to – they're not going to recoup the season, but at least go out with some pride.
Yes. I don't know if anybody noticed, but obviously we had 3 catchers. Each catcher caught at least one shutout.
Mm-hmm.
Fife, Stassi, and Kurt caught a shutout. Now, I don't know if I've ever seen that in my life, where you have 3 catchers on your staff, each one catches a shutout on one road trip.
Oh, on one road trip. Okay. Yeah, I was going to throw Wallach in there, but he did that earlier in the year.
I'm honest. I want to know what the hell is up with Chad anyway. We should honestly, if we're gonna do the whole September call-ups like we did last year with bringing up guys we never heard of, you got to put Wallach in there.
Well, yeah, but
you need Chad Wallach.
He's been the only player that they've sent down there that hasn't hit better. Like they literally sent him down there and he actually got worse. So that's the only reason why I think Theis is up right now too. Is you got to give him a chance. Former first-round pick, it's now it's now or never for Theis.
I'm going to say, do you think Matt Theis still has a chance to be successful at this level, or do you think he's going to be a career 4A player?
Probably a 4A player, because the way Victor said that they ruined his career, I believe it. So I don't know if he'll ever – I mean, maybe a change of scenery. He's one of those guys you could package and send somewhere else. But,
if we were to trade for a good player, and I don't know who it is now, obviously we had all of our speculations of.
I believe you were going through a tunnel, my man. We'll end it there because I'm going to end out the show here in a few minutes. But Grillmaster, finish that thought tomorrow because it seems like we lost you there. Let's get back to it right here. That's right. Toronto took 4 from us at home. Orioles us a good arm. Todd's a sweep of the Yankees, and you get a double honk for that. Yeah, I do. I got to honk myself for that. Not in a figurative way, but that way. Let's see. Also, let's see the awkward pauses right there. Randy says, light that baby up with a broom. Thank you, Mate. Is this one of the leprechauns calling? Yes, it was. We had another leprechaun on there earlier. They just got jinxed right there. Let's see. How about the Mangels at Sassy Classy? Nah, man says we don't need Reed, and we proved it. Exactly. Nah, man, I'm going to freaking message you in a second. I got a question to ask you. What is your Instagram name? Nah, man, because you're. I got to get your name on there. I have a question to ask you. So please, if you're still listening right now, message either the Halos in the Infield or put on your at your name right here for Instagram because I got to hit you up for real. I got a question to ask you. Sean says Artie is Grinch. See, we're trolling kids now. Randy says, yes, if they're Seattle right now, yes, we have to. They're forcing me to call VT a teammate now. That's how much they hate me. Oh, geez. Here we go, Randy. Let's see. Let's see. Email is going back and forth right there. Get off grill. Let's see. Russell Wilson got tired of carrying the team on his back. He was wrong, dude. We had a great defense. Martin Boylan says Squiddy Poo choking up on the bat this series. Yes, and they're all telling him to get off. By the way, back that catcher. Put that. Oh wait, the back at the catcher. Aroldis Trapman went on the DL because of the strike. skin infection from his tattoo. Oh, shit. That's crazy. Swept the Yankees tomorrow, the Stankies, and then Joey's checking in. So, again, man, if you're on there still, hit me up on, either on the Instagram message because I have a question. I have a question I want to ask you off air. But besides that, I think we covered everything with the Angels here today. They're getting a big win, getting a sweep of the Toronto Blue Jays up there in Toronto. And unfortunately, Jeremy Reed will be with the team tomorrow starting that Yankee series. And we'll see what the Angels can do. We hope they man up and play a lot better and continue to play a lot better because it gives us something to talk about and also something to look forward to because all season, at least since most of the season, since mid-May, we've been severely disappointed over and over and over. Marty says, thank you, Todd, and enjoy your day. You enjoy your day too, Marty. We got to hook up at a game, too, here soon. Let me know if you're going to make it to that 16th or 17th game because now it looks like likely I'll be at both because obviously we have our big tailgate on the 17th, which is that Saturday, and then Friday is that bobblehead, so want to be there for that. See, I'll pay for a Squiddy Poo tattoo. No, Martin, I don't want that one. Russell Wilson coming back this year to get his Ring of Honor nod. Shut up, Randy. So have a good day, Todd. Let me know about the 16th. I will, Matt Bedingo. I will indeed. All right, guys and gals, have a good rest of your day.